Hey, hello, welcome to my VR game development journey. My name is Nosa. I'm a digital creative from Nigeria and I want to make a VR game. In this video, I want to answer a couple of questions. One is, why video games? And two is, why VR? Since I can remember, I've loved VR. I've absolutely loved the medium. There's something about it transporting you into a different space entirely. It is amazing. It is really amazing. There's something like it. You find it's as if you have moved to a new place. I read a book when I was younger, the very popular VR book Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. It was a very influential book. So immediately VR became viable. I got the Oculus Quest 2. So since I got my Oculus Quest, I have wanted to make immersive worlds. I made a couple of demos. I think I've made two. I made one just to see, understand the engine, get the feel of the engine, understand the basics of the UI, because I use Unreal Engine and it's not a big jump from Lumion. Lumion is an extra software I use. The second demo was a bit more advanced. The first one was like a bedroom. I just made one, put things in it, it was dry, but yeah, it was good enough. The second one was a bit more advanced. I could move around, I could interact with doors, I could pick and drop things. Now is the third one and I really want to go in on this. So now I want to make a complete game. Not long, maybe an hour or maybe an hour 30 minutes experience, but I want it to be complete. I want it to be finished. I have gathered a couple of skills over the years, right? I'm a 3D artist, I animate a bit, I'm an architect, so I design buildings, obviously. So I've done graphic design for the longest time. I've done UI design because I do graphic design. It's kind of missed around this part of the world. I have done motion design in After Effects. I do editing. This video that you're watching was cut and edited by me, Premiere Pro. So I have all these skills and I do not want to essentially specialize. I don't want to throw anything away and focus on one. What I realized is that gaming is the one thing where I would use everything. I'll model the 3D assets, I'll do UI elements, I would have to do graphic design for the elements inside the game. The only skill that will be required that I do not have mastery over yet is programming. I don't know how to program, but I know how to use Unreal Engine blueprints just a tiny bit, really. If I'm honest, I can code basic functions, but the heavier functions, I have a tutor who I'm learning from. He's really like a co-pilot developer. So that's why I chose video game, because it's I will use everything I have already and also learn something new while I'm at it, and that's just perfect for where I am right now, because I was starting to feel stuck. If you are still here now, man, I am surprised really, because I didn't think anybody would be watching by now. But comment, subscribe, start a conversation. What do you think the challenges are of making video games in Nigeria? Or if you are curious about anything in Nigeria, let me be your guide, right? So just leave me a comment. Even if it's not video game related, just leave a comment on the comment section. Hit the like button and then subscribe. This is going to be a beautiful journey. What are my inspirations? Some of the experiences I've had with VR are just amazing. I have 3 standard games that I've played in VR that I realized that this is the way it should be. I literally did not buy a PS5 because I felt I have tried this, but I can't go back to play a game on the flat screen. It will not work. The first game is Half-Life Alyx. Obviously, if you have a VR set, please by all means play Half-Life Alyx. Second game is Resident Evil 4, but yeah, it's Resident Evil 4. It was going to be good anyhow, right? But the other game that was standard for me was Red Matter 2. Red Matter 2, first because they use Unreal Engine, although they said it is a modified version. That's one, so that means I know that that's achievable, right? And then 2, because they were able to make a really clean game on the Quest 2, very optimized, very well done game on the Quest 2. So I myself will want to achieve something like that. If you're an indie developer and you're watching this, you probably know of Thomas Brush. He's a Unity developer, an indie dev that makes videos about game development. I absolutely love his personality and his videos. So encouraging. He demystifies the act of making video games. He makes it feel as if it's actually something you can do. There's this video he put out, make a video game in a year, and he breaks it down how to learn and then get funding and all of that. I'm not so sure about the funding part. I feel like it's oversimplified. Before I actually started doing the research, I just felt like it's something that's impossible possible. It's not something I would even consider ever doing. But after looking at these videos, I felt like, oh, okay, it's hard, obviously, because it's like the amount of discipline required is not even a joke, but like it's doable. Tomorrow said to play to your strengths, and he said it for himself too. Like, okay, he is an artist and then he makes games that are very beautiful, not necessarily the most groundbreaking mechanics you'd ever see, but then the games are very beautiful, and that's kind of the part I want to take. I want to play to my strengths. I know my games are not going to be groundbreaking mechanics wise, but then I know that I can make very good 3D art. I also know that I can tell a very compelling story. So I want to focus on those areas, and then yes, let programming be a tool to help tell the story, let the 3D art be a tool to help tell the story, but like I want to focus on the thing that I can actually do very well. Then the last person, and probably the biggest push I had, was Jordan Peterson. He's the internet dad, but like he really inspired me to do this. There's this thing he said where he said, to carry the heaviest load you can possibly carry. He called it the zone of proximal development, that uses all the skill you already have, but on top of that forces you to learn a new skill. So I'm really inspired by that one particular statement. So far, I've written the story to a place where I can actually start working on it. It's the pillars of the story are concrete enough. I just have some things to tie up. I have sketched out how some of the basic mechanics will function, and then I've also made the game design documents, analyzing everything, compiling all these other story mechanics, every other thing, what I plan to do, how it should be executed. I've also set up my management softwares. I'm using Trello to keep my whole task organized so that I can, know what I should do next, know what is coming up, know what has been done, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I've done for now. What am I going to do next? Next, I'm going to start with prototyping, but I think first I'll do the art. It's not much. I'm not doing the art for all of the levels. I'm just doing art for maybe the first 2 levels, and then the characters art. I think I have 4 characters. That's 2 levels and 4 characters. So maybe this week we'll just focus on art to try and create art for the 2 levels and the 4 characters. So that's kind of what I'm doing this next week, and maybe going into the upper week depending on how much work I have. So I'll give you an update on that on my next video. So yeah, join me in the comment section. Let's discuss about it. I know video game development is hard, and what do you think, what the challenges you think I'll face? Just let's have a chat about it. I really want to see what you think. I know it's going to encourage me, and it's going to be great that somebody else around the world also even had the time to look at what I put out, and they even have time to comment on it. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. This journey is just starting. We are just taking off, and I want you to be with me. I want you to come with me. Let's do it together. There's no sir. So peace out. Thank you.